Welcome back, guys. We're going to do things a little different this video. I think I'm going to probably throw a ladder battle up at the end to close it out. We'll see, but I wanted to post a video sharing my thoughts and opinions of the current state of the game. Hopefully coming from a perspective that isn't really out there, YouTube-wise at least, so it's not pro level, it's not lower level, it's kind of that middle tier. And I'm hoping that I can at least provide some opinions that make sense, and obviously everything's up for debate and everyone has opinions, and that's perfectly fine. So I just wanted to share mine, and also wanted to state that this is very much inspired by some of the most recent videos that have been uploaded lately, and not just videos, but tweets and Reddit posts and all those kinds of things. So speaking of videos, specifically Phone Cats, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not. I think it's now 2 videos ago, but he posted one about the current state of the game and, Season 8 not containing really any updates, and lackluster, et cetera, et cetera. So, and comparing it, even from how it was, 4 years ago to what it is now, and the releasing of cards, it was like 4 or 5, 6 at a time, and now we're barely getting one, right, every other season kind of a thing. So I wanted to make one comment about that before we proceed, and that is, I don't know if I agree with his frustrations, I really do, and I think that is probably the majority of the community, but I don't think that gauging that from 4 years ago to now, gauging it with cards is a good measuring stick. And I say that because early on there were, I don't even know how many off the top of my head, there was a limited amount of cards. There weren't that many compared to what it is now. Now there are a ton of cards. So, it is, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I almost want to say it's impossible for them. There's no way that Supercell can keep up with a releasing of 4 to 5, 6 cards every single season change, things like that. I mean, they will run out of ideas. Not only will they run out of ideas, it'll be so convoluted with all of these different types of cards and things like that. It would be a mess, right? So that's just kind of my take on it. So, because his video was focused a lot on that, and it was a pretty short video, but to me, it's so much more than the cards. Okay, so all that being said, I personally think, number one, when we think about the current state of the game, it's tricky, right? That's why they have ongoing balance changes. But I think we need to fix what we currently have, right? And let's use Expo 2.9 as an example. And love or hate it, for the people there's a lot of people that hate it, obviously, except for the people that actually use it. The thought behind Expo 2.9 is it works. It is very frustrating to go against, right? So, but besides that, the point is, and it is very high skill, right? No one's taking that away, right? But that still doesn't hide the fact that it's very boring to play against. If they get any kind of damage lead on you, and then they start playing defensive expos and double elixir, they're able to stack that stuff. It's super frustrating, but that's part of the game. That is what it is. No different than if you do a lava clone and you get, killed by that, right? It's part of the game. That can also be equally frustrating. But the point there is that from 2.9 wasn't there back then. I don't believe there was different variations of it, but still, the fact that it's been around so long is kind of the problem. It just, to me, that kind of just shows the current state of the game in some ways, right? That something can just live that long, like a deck, 2.9 or something that can just be like there for so long. And it's kind of crazy. And then so with that being said, it's all of the other cards that were added after the fact has not been able to really shake that, and that's just like one small example. Now, is that something that Supercell can just outright fix? No one really knows that. And I think the ongoing balance changes really, really do help, and they just need to continue that process. So just to kind of reel that all back before I move on to my next update that I think we need to do, is to not focus so much on, new cards. I do, though everyone loves new cards because we're all spoiled, but we have to fix and continue to evolve what we currently have. Continuing to add new cards to a pot that's already messy is just going to make things muddier and harder to reconcile moving forward. So that's kind of my thoughts when it comes to the cards. And again, even if they do release new cards, even if they release 5 of them, it would just be a matter of a week, if not less. The community, 80%, would already be in an uproar for various reasons. That's the whole point. That's the, the take the good with the bad, bittersweet type of a thing, right? They have to deal with the community, and they have to deal with the people, and they have to deal with the players. And when you think about opinions, everyone has one, right? And you times that by the millions of people that play this. I mean, it's just crazy to even think. You can't fathom the amount of opinions that go in there, and you're never going to make everyone happy. It's impossible. So that's kind of like my take about all that. I feel like it's just a matter of new cards. People scream for it, but at the same time, it's inevitable. They're just going to be unhappy again. Okay, so that's kind of my take on that. So moving on to the next thing, we've been screaming for this for a while, and hopefully it's well on its way of coming out soon as far as being developed and finalized. But Clan Wars, it's hard because I'm a leader of a clan. Actually, let me go ahead. I was going to go ahead and actually play a video in the background. I'm a leader of a clan, and it's very difficult to keep people engaged outside of the actual rewards of trade tokens and gold and things like that, and the chest at the end, obviously, when the season ends. It is terribly difficult to keep people engaged, and it's just so old now. They need to make an update to Clan Wars. If I'm not mistaken, I think Clash of Clans was in a I don't play it. I used to play it a lot, but I don't play it much anymore. But they were in a spot where it started to go downhill a little bit, and they did some changes and all that stuff. Now it's just on the uprise, from my understanding, So they just need to do something with Clan Wars. And we think about what it was 4 years ago to what it is now. It's, Clan Wars is only going to carry it so far, right? It's just not going to. It just doesn't do anything at this moment. So they need to do a Clan Wars update. Whatever that looks like, that needs to come. So the other big thing I almost think is bigger than Clan Wars. I think that is huge. But I it's all about the profile. At the end of the day, these like party mode things that they add, and things like that just don't really do it for me personally. I don't care about getting crowns. I don't care about getting the little bit of gold it may yield, or whatever the case is. I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about my profile. I think every pro cares about their profile. Every time you go to a person's profile, you're looking at their badges and things like that. They need to enhance the profile. So one example of that is we have ladder, obviously your ladder trophies, or, ladder league, you know what I mean? That kind of a thing, how far you get, you get those kinds of badges. You get grand challenges, classic challenge badges. You obviously get global tournament badges. What else is there? How long you've been playing the game badges. You get all those kinds of things, and that's all great. But when you start talking about those high profile badges, you've now limited it to the pro players. I mean, when you look at a pro player, right, 20 wins and all of these kinds of things, then you can get 17. Okay, great. The badge starts at 17, I think, right? So 17, 18, still, you're dealing with a higher skill cap across the board, right? So the point that I'm trying to make there is, because the game is about profile, no one plays this game to do party mode, right? They don't come in there, 2v2 is one thing or whatever. I don't particularly care for it. I know they're trying to bring it all in and stuff, whatever. I don't really have an opinion about 2v2, but no one, plays this game all the time and is addicted because there's party mode, and I'm not going to lose trophies so I can take a break and play. It's not about that. Every time I play this game, I want to do the best that I can. I want it to reflect on my profile. I want to hit new personal bests, and I want to see new badges, right? So I think that is what they need to do. They need to do things that bring more elements and more badges and more ways to boost a profile. Let's go ahead and just get another one going here. And so that's what I think, right? Like, so let's say the party mode, right? One example could be the party mode. Why not, somehow get some badges tied in with that, right? Party mode badge, I don't even care what it is, right? You can, a win streak. I even said that too. I put a tweet out there. I thought, like, even something as little as, while they're waiting to get Clan Wars updated, why not have a badge that is like a current win streak, right? I know me and a few members, if not more, in my clan, they care about win streaks. So like I'm on 14 game win streak, of winning in Clan Wars. So I think that is something, right? You can have like a longest streak badge. It's just a Clan War badge, and it's like longest streak 14. And you can work at beating it. So to me, that little subtle thing, for at least as a band-aid, will probably inspire people to play Clan Wars more. We have a pretty decent amount of people that participate in Clan Wars, but it certainly isn't the entire clan. And I'm not saying the entire clan always will, but if you're in a higher profile clan, it's like, and they're a war clan, they also will want to participate. So I think boosting the profile and badges and allowing not just pro players to be glorified, right? But allowing your, Supercell allowing the 80% of the user base to be glorified in their own way, right? So make more badges, make more options for the profile to get beefier for people. And I think that's important, right? Because now you're just basically stuck with, grand challenges, they're in a bad spot right now, obviously, and classic challenges. It's like, okay, even if you do get one each, that's great. It looks good on the profile. Even if you get times 2 or 10, 10 up, I think it just stops at 10, but you can have 100 and just still say 10. I think it's great. It still, glorifies your profile a little bit, but okay, that's it. And then it's back to ladder, right? It's about getting a new personal best. So now that you've branched into that, right? So all that being said, my point is this, is one of my points is if you keep it in its current state, you've limited the bucket to the pros. Pros are the only ones now that can really beef up their profile to any respectable range in the Clash Royale community, right? And what I mean by that is you look at a person's profile like, oh my man, look at this. Look at all these badges. It's 5 rows deep, blah, blah, blah. Right? You've limited it to 10% of your user base. It's, to me, we need to widen that. We need to be able to, make that a much larger audience, right? So we all can be inspired. And I think that is an important piece that's missing. So you basically take that's 10% when it's just pros, and then it then becomes ladder's the only thing we can do. So you could even cut that 10% into a lower percentage, right? So at the end of the day, it's, what do they ultimately want, right? They want to keep, I would hope they want to keep their user base strong. They want to keep making money. They want to keep making people inspired to play the game. And the level of frustration, especially with ladder, is always going to happen. That's not going away. But going to just play some arbitrary party mode, right? And thinking that if I'm going to put any effort into this game, it is to try to do something good for my profile. That's the end of the day. What I would want to do, right? I don't want to do anything besides that, in this game. So I think so again, just to recap a little bit, Clan Wars needs an update. Definitely need to beef up the profile and get that kind of, just more versatile, right? And just let's expand it, right? It can't always be about the pros at the end of the day, because that's not the majority of, the community of Clash Royale. So, but yeah, I guess basically what I'll kind of end with, those are like my main points. But I think that, giving people like new cards from time to time and just always looking for these huge updates is just not feasible to think about, and certainly is not going to be something that's going to come out like, again, often, and it's going to be very short-lived no matter how it goes, how it ends up. Let's get this one going here. That is not what we want to do. People are just going to not be happy after a while, and that's just kind of what it ends up being like. And, whenever I play this game and I pick it up, me alone, by myself, right? No one else. It is just me against another person. Not this YouTube channel, not CWA, not any professionals, nothing. It is my 3-4 minutes or whatever it is playing this game against another opponent that I'm trying to beat. No video is going to help me. No anything's going to help me, right? So that's the level that we need to be at, right? It doesn't start with a clan. And I've said this many times. To me, it doesn't start with a clan. It doesn't start with anything bigger than the individual, the person actually playing this game. When I watch content and I play this game a lot and all this, I want to get better. It's that simple, right? But to sit here and say, so I'll leave it with this. To sit here and say that we as players of this game do not strive to be a pro, if you can say that and you're a cat, then you shouldn't have a voice. Because why do I say that you shouldn't have a voice? Because you're not dedicated to the game. That's my opinion, right? Every time I pick this game up and I play it, I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to lose. I'm not casually playing. I'm not like, oh, well, that's how I play. And I know that not everyone will play it that way and people can still casually play. But that is not what this game is about. Again, at the end of the day, this game is solely about being as strong as you can. The leveling up your cars, all that stuff, maxing out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fine. But it's all about that profile, okay? I can tell you firsthand, as silly as this may sound, when people first got their Classic Challenge badge, they're like, man, I stared at my profile for like days. Obviously it wasn't that long, but I mean, at the same time, it feels good when you boost your profile. And more than any emote, the emote is flexing and all that, great, the 20 wins and all that stuff, but and no doubt that'd be awesome. But having that static on your profile means more than anything, at least to me. So we all are striving, that truly love and play this game, are striving to be as the best that we can. And to sit here and say that we all wouldn't want to be at that pro level would be ridiculous. And those are the opinions that I don't particularly care for. And typically those will be the first ones of people that complain with no action behind or no ideas, none of that stuff. So I guess I'll kind of, leave it somewhat at that. And, there's a lot of other thoughts and ideas that I have. I've played this game since the beginning. Since almost launch, pretty much. Not in the beta days, but certainly when it was available in the US, I started playing it immediately and haven't stopped since. And I'm still playing it, and I still enjoy it, and I still get frustrated, and I'm still, happy at times, sad at times, angry at times, all the above. But, I think that it's time that they really start focusing on other things within the game. And I still just feel like the profile has not gotten much attention lately. And it, again, is not about taking a break, or playing a party mode or anything like that. It's all about the profile. So please just add some new badges or something like that, new ways that we can boost our profile. And definitely update Clan Wars. I think that'll go a long way. That'll inspire people. At the very least, like I suggested, at least just have a badge. It can't be hard. Add a new badge of a win streak, in Clan Wars. I know a lot of people take pride in that. I certainly do. So, but yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. And I was going to show a replay. Actually, I'll just go ahead and play one to end the video. But I was going to show a replay of this little bait deck here. I know someone in my family clan is actually using it, and they got above 6,600 last season. So I've only used it one time, and I won one time. So it's still, obviously, the season just started, but let's get this volume up a little bit. But let's go ahead and end on this. I hope you guys understand my opinions and thoughts there, and obviously everyone has opinions. But I just feel like so many... I might be facing the same thing here. I feel like so many people are just, angry with the game and all that stuff, but they don't have a whole lot of... oh, there we go. They don't have a whole lot of... This might actually have been the wrong move. Let me see here. Yeah. They don't have a whole lot of actions and thoughts and ideas behind a lot of what... I'm just going to go super aggressive. Behind their complaints, right? So I think that's part of the important piece, to just don't complain about things without having something to think about, So, all right. So oh, that's unfortunate. The Valkyrie is not. All right, we should still be okay. I was going to say the Valkyrie was not being targeted by the tower, but I think it was still all right there. Also, too, guys, I've just obviously started this channel about 2 months ago or something, trying to be consistent with the video uploads, but I'm still learning. And I noticed this even with the pros, that it's difficult to commentate and play. It takes a while to get used to it. So let's just do this here. I think I'm gonna rocket this. Hopefully he won't have log or zap. We're gonna bring this over. All that should freeze. So giant wizard. Let's see what we got here. He's gonna have his hog rider, I think. Double elixir is coming. Let's go with this little tricky barrel. Double witch. All right. Let's just run log real quick. All right, we got a rocket here. I can't believe I actually came back from this. I was not, yeah, good win for me. Well, I haven't won yet, but I was going to say that I didn't start off well because I wasn't really paying attention. All right, let's just rocket this. Take that out now. Get this down. It's going to have a pretty sick push here, I think. So let's do this. We're going to bring this over. I think I just got to be able to get this down. He's going to have, well, I would have Hog Rider if I was him, but all right, GG. Let's use the, was that like a $50 remote right there? It was a good game. All right, so we'll leave it at that there. I know that I kind of rambled a lot, I think. It's really hard to articulate everything that I'm actually trying to say. In this video here, so hopefully it came across. I'm going to rewatch it, of course, before I post it. I want to make sure that I captured everything. I guess it was really just two things, but I just feel like just some of those simple, at least from my perspective, simple subtle changes can really go a long way. Not so much clan wars, but just something that boosts the badge. Like, see that win right there, right? I want to keep climbing. I want to hit a new personal best. I want it to reflect on my my profile, right? I share it in Discord and say, hey man, look at all the, I finally hit a new personal best, right? So I think those things are so important. And I think, it's like a really pie in the sky level goal for all of us is to hit 7,000 cups, I have a pretty decent ways to get there, but at the same time, I'm working toward it, and I think as I continue to progress and learn different deck types and things like that, I'll continue to get better in practicing and all that. But so I'd be curious to know. I'm gonna try to throw this out there on Twitter and things like that, but I'd be curious to know what you guys think and maybe share some of your opinions with what I'm stating here. And I'd really like to know, and get some different perspectives. But I feel like we kind of hear the same thing over and over again out there. So I kind of wanted to bring a different twist because I don't feel like what I said, well, Clan Wars, yes, but not many people have, talked about some of the things that I did. So hopefully it makes sense and, you guys can relate. And at the end of the day, I feel I'm trying to be a voice for the individual, for us, right? As in non-pro players. And I have nothing at all against pro players, obviously. But again, okay, so we watch their videos, the live stream, we sit there and wish we could be them and, have their profiles and things like that, but it's just not the reality, for various reasons, whatever it may be. So we just need more of that middle tier type of thoughts and opinions, to be put out there in my opinion. So, but yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think and, hopefully you at least can relate to and or understand where I'm coming from. So, I guess I'll cut it off there. I'm glad I got that win. It's not looking pretty at first, but give the deck a try. Actually, I'll show you guys again. That one there. I think there's different variations of it, but I've never played the one with the Dark Prince though, so I don't know if that's a deck that's been shared out there a lot in the community. But again, it was a member in my family clan that actually used that deck, so I went and copied it. Now I'm 2 for 2. So give it a try, and again, comment below to see, to share your own opinions. I really, really would like to hear them. So, but yeah, I'll try to get a video up tomorrow night and hope you guys have a good night. Till then, peace out.